Solving linear equations. Well, what we're going to do now is to solve this linear equation in B. We need to find the value of B, in other words. First step, group the B terms together on one side of the equation and all the constant terms on the other. So I'll write back the negative 6b. I'm going to look at the positive 4b as well as negative 3b on the other side as well. I'm going to have them all together on one side of the equation. So I'll have here negative 6b. I'm going to write back the positive 4b. This minus 3b, what I want to do here with this minus 3b is to remove it from this side, and to remove it I will need to add 3b on this side and add 3b on this side as well. So what happens here is that this plus 3b cancels out this minus 3b. Alright, or we can say this positive 3b cancels out this negative 3b, so that cancels. Alright, so remember, what you do to one side you must do to the next in order for the equation to remain balanced. Right, so we would have removed the minus 3b from this side by adding positive 3b to both sides. So since this side we already have the 2b's, as in the negative 6b and the positive 4b. When I say 2b, I mean the 2b terms, sorry. So the minus 6b, the positive 4b, and I would have added a positive 3b to this side as well. So that's it with the b's. Alright, so we already gone for this one and this one, as well as this one that we added 3b to both sides. Alright, now I want to get rid of this plus 6 from this side because I want to group all the constant terms on the other side. In other words, on the right hand side of the equation. Alright, so we're looking at this equation separated by the equal sign. I want all the constant terms on the right hand side, so I'm going to have this plus 6 be removed from this side. So in order to do that, I'm going to subtract from this side 6. I'm going to subtract 6 from this side. So what will happen here is that this minus 6 cancels out this plus 6. You can think of it as if you have $6 and you use $6, it's gone, it's no more. Alright, so this opposite operation, same size, opposite signs, cancels, bring it to 0. So I've subtracted 6 from this side. Now to keep it balanced, I must subtract 6 as well from the other side as well. Alright, so I'm going to show that in this step here. So I would have had the positive 11 on this side, but remember, I subtracted 6 from this side, so I need to subtract 6 from this side as well. Now all of this can be done mentally. Alright, so if you notice, what it seems as if I kept the negative 6b, I kept the positive 4b, right, which I did for the left hand side of the equation, to the left of the equal sign. I kept the negative 6b, I kept the positive 4b, but I would have moved the minus 3b from the right hand side to the left hand side. Now what happens when I did that? Notice that it's a minus 3b on this side, but now on the right hand side it is what? A positive 3b or a plus 3b. So it seems as if I would have carried it across the left hand side and the sign in front of it changed from a minus to a plus, or we can say from a negative to a positive. Alright, also it would have seemed as if the plus 6 was moved to the right hand side, and notice what happened. The sign changed from a plus to a minus. So that's a rule you can keep in mind. So once you're going to transpose a term from one side to the next, ensure the sign before it changes. If it's plus, when it goes to the other side it's minus, and vice versa. So all of that could have been done mentally. Now that I have the b terms on one side and the constant terms, when I say constant I mean terms without letters, and the constant terms on the other side, I can now simplify both sides. I can simplify this side in b and this side as a constant. Of course, you know 11 minus 6 can be calculated to be what? to be 5, correct? Now, how do we simplify this? This can be done mentally. We have a -6, a +4, and a +3, alright, all in B's. So mentally what we could do actually is to, this is what we could do mentally. Work out the coefficients. When I say coefficient, I mean the numbers that are before the B. These values that are sticking to the B. In other words, they're multiplying to the left of the B. So this is -6 times B, which is -6B. This is +4 times B, or +4B. And this is 3 times B, or 3B. So all of these constants that are multiplying to the left of the variable, we call them coefficients. We can basically just add them up since they are all like terms in B, that is. So -6 plus 4 plus 3. If you want to do this in your head, you could add the 4 plus the 7. Notice that they have the same sign, so we could add them. 4 plus 3 gives us what? 7. Alright, they're going the same direction. In other words, the sign before them is the same, so basically add them and keep the sign, by the way. So once they have the same sign, we increase in the value. So 4 plus 3 will give us 7, and we keep the sign. Alright, so that's one way of doing it. So let's look at it here. So we're gonna have, let's look at it. We have -6 plus 4 plus 3. Right, we can work out this part first. So we can put the -6. This will give us a +7. Alright, that's one way of doing it. And then if you look at it, they're going opposite direction. This is a -6 and this is a +7. Once they go in opposite direction, we subtract the numbers. Alright, and we're gonna, if we subtract these, find the difference between these. In other words, we're gonna get 1. Find the difference means we're gonna subtract this from the bigger one, from the bigger value, the smaller value. In other words, we have 7, we're going to subtract 6 from it, get 1, and we keep the sign in front of the bigger number. Okay, when it's a bigger number, we're going to ignore the signs, look at the numbers, 7 and 6. 7 is bigger, and keep the sign in front of it, so that's, we're going to keep a +1. Of course, we don't need to write +1 since it's the only term that will be on the left hand side, so that's going to be +1. We can just put 1. And then, of course, we have B there, so +1B. Truth be told, we do not need to write 1B. We can just simply put B, which implies that it's actually a that it has a coefficient of 1. Alright, so 1B is same as B, and we can just put back our 5. And so that's done. Now, we could have done this a little different. We could have done this part here a little different. Right, so let's look back at this. What we could have done, we could have worked out this part first, just as it is, and because they go in opposite direction, we have a minus and a plus, which means, because opposite direction means we're going to subtract the constants. So we're going to take 4 from 6, we're going to have 2, and look at the number, ignore the signs and look at the numbers. We have 6 and 4, 6 is bigger, we keep the sign in front of it. So remember, once we have this opposite direction, we subtract. Keep the sign in front of the bigger number. Alright, now we're going to carry down the 3. Look at these two numbers again. It's going to observe the numbers. Observe the numbers, the signs, opposite direction, in other words. So we're going to subtract 2 from 3, give us 1. And keep the sign in front of the bigger number. Ignore the signs, look at the numbers. Ignore the signs. 3 is bigger, so we keep the sign, which is going to be a +1. So this will work, these numbers here all computes to +1. Multiplied by B is just simply 1B, or B. So that's one approach. Alright, remember, all of this can be done in your head. When I say in your head, I mean -6B plus 4B plus 3B. We can work this out in our heads. Alright, let's look at another approach to it. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I worked out this side, I get 5. I'm going to work out this. Just keeping the B's. Alright, so I'm going to work out this part. -6B plus 4B. And since we have the terms in B, meaning they are like terms, I'm going to do what I was doing over here, which is to look at the coefficients, 4 and negative 6. What direction they're going? They're opposite directions, so I'm going to subtract. 4 from 6 give us 2. 6 is bigger than 4. Once we ignore the sign, that is, I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger number, which is 6. Keep the sign of it. It's negative. Bring this back and give me, oh, by the way, I should have my b. Put my plus sign here. Carry down the 3b. Alright, so, and again, we're gonna have to work out this part. So we have, this is gonna be negative 2b plus 3b. They have opposite signs, so I'm gonna subtract. 2 from 3 give me 1, and to be positive 1, because this, we're gonna keep the sign in front of the bigger number, which is positive 1. Alright, and so it's gonna be positive 1b. Now, of course, another way to look at this is that we have 3b and minus 2b. Right, imagine we had wrote the positive term in front. Alright, it's easier to see that we have 3, which is positive, minus 2, which is 1b. Like 3 bananas minus 2 bananas give us 1 banana. But typically we don't write 1b, we just simply write it as b. Alright, so either way, we can definitely see that our answer is 5. Alright, hope this tutorial was helpful.